Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to guide a shorter practice today, just for those times when you don't have time, when you don't have the opportunity to do a full length class. And the title of my practice this morning will be Accessing Inner Joy. That's kind of a lofty ideal, right? So we're going to see what we can do. So take a moment and get comfortable where you're sitting, maybe removing the flesh from your sits bones. I always like to start with several letting go breaths, taking a deeper inhale. And sigh out. And if you like, do that several more times. And maybe bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And with the hands on your body, become aware of the natural movement of the breath under your hand. Can you feel the progression of the breath? The subtle rising as you breathe in, and the release as you breathe out. And perhaps set an intention to tune into that peace, that inner joy that always lies within you. Usually there's too much noise surrounding it, but there's an area, your authentic self, that it isn't touched by everything that's changing and evolving. That's who you are. Bringing your hands to rest on your thighs now. Let's begin moving with the breath. As you inhale, bring the heart forward, the shoulders back, and exhale, round the spine the opposite way. Maybe even rock back on your sits bones a little bit to stretch the back body. Inhale, stretch the front body, and exhale, stretch the back body, moving with your breath. You can continue moving forward and back, or begin to allow the spine to circle, the torso to circle over the legs. And you're moving at the pace of your breath, following your breath. Maybe add a gentle smile to your face. The smile is a natural way to relax the muscles of the face, reverse the circles, and to give a message to your mind that you're having fun right now. So whether it's forced or natural, remember to bring a smile to your face throughout this practice if you can. If you can't even force yourself to do that, then that's okay. Be with whatever you're feeling right now. Come back to center. And then make your way onto hands and knees, coming into table position. And maybe just kind of gently wag your hips side to side. And let's make our way up into downward facing dog. So fanning out the fingers, tucking the toes, lifting the knees and the hips, come into that upside down V. Make sure your legs are as wide apart as your arms. Maybe walk it out a little bit. Just stay stationary. Keep pressing into the fingers so you're not hanging out on the wrists or the shoulders. And you're staying with the breath. And then take a very slow stroll towards the front of the mat, towards your hands. So keeping your knees soft, and just start to very slowly stroll into forward fold and just hang, soften your knees. Imagine a wet towel draped over a chair. The towel just hangs. And when you're ready, Press into the feet and slowly come up to standing. Stacking vertebrae by vertebrae. And once you come up to standing, pause again. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. We arrive. And let's begin to flow a little bit to awaken the body. So stepping to the front of the mat, you might still have your hand to your belly and to your heart, just as a reminder to come within, come to that still, quiet place within that might still be capable of a little joy. And let the arms come to the sides. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, dive all the way down into a forward fold. Hang for a moment. And then inhale, halfway up, hands to shins or thighs. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Hug the navel in towards the spine. The knees are soft. Feel the breath washing up and down the spine. Exhale all the way down into forward fold. Pause for a moment. And then take a big step back with the right foot. Sink the right knee down. Make your way into low lunge. Let your hips arrive really low. You can keep the right foot tucked or untuck it, whatever feels good for you. And if it works for you, lift your chest and your torso up. Breathe. And then bring your arms up if you like. You can always keep the arms down. And then as you exhale, let the right arm, just the right arm, sweep down behind you and inhale back up. And as you, on the next exhale, left arm sweeps down and back up. And I'm looking and I'm continuing to alternate arms. I'm looking out and seeing the gorgeous flowers blooming in my yard. The azaleas and the ajuga. And it's bringing a smile to my face. Continue alternating arms down. Inhale both arms up and then sweep both arms down behind you. If you like, hold on to opposite elbows, or you can interlace the fingers and pull the knuckles behind you. So just find some way to open the heart, to breathe into the heart. Stay with your breath. Release the hands, lean towards the left foot, and step the right foot forward into forward fold. Hang for a moment. And then slowly peel up to standing. Pause, re-arrive, one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Notice how you feel. And let's explore the other side. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head, keeping navel hugged in, keeping knees soft, shoulders rolling away from the ears. Exhale, down into forward fold. Step the left foot as far back as it'll go. Sink the left knee down. Adjust the right foot so the knee stays over the ankle. Again, you can stay low or bring your hands up to the hips, lifting the torso up. I'm eating my hair here. Or bring the arms up into a wide, deep breathe. And as you exhale, left arm sweeps down, right arm stays up. And inhale, left arm back up. Exhale, right arm sweeps down. And continue alternating. While you're making this movement, either look at something that is making you smile, or imagine something, someone's face, or a baby sleeping, or something that makes you smile. Maybe a picture that you saw on the internet of kittens playing. And then sweep both arms behind you. Again, you can hold the forearms or elbows and just open the heart a little bit, lean back a little bit, or interlace the fingers, pull the knuckles away, And open the heart that way. Stay with your breath. And bring the hands back down. Lean towards the right foot. Step the left foot forward into forward fold. Pause for a moment to hang. And peel up to standing. And maybe shake it out a little bit. Let's keep going with some movement to energize and wake up the body. Bring the hands to the hips and then take a big step back with the right foot. Angle the right heel towards the back, coming into warrior two. If you know the name of the pose. The left knee is bent over the ankle. The left heel is intersecting the right foot. The hips are squared to the sides. Arms straight out from the shoulders. Hug the tops of the arms into the shoulder sockets. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. And breathe and smile. Your gaze is over your left middle finger. As you inhale, straighten the left knee, fingertips touch overhead, get really long, push the ground away, and then exhale. Keep that length, that engagement of the spine as you come back into warrior two. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, back down. The next time you lift and lengthen, as you exhale, bring the left arm down towards the left thigh, or the right arm down towards the right thigh. And inhale back up. I forgot that I'd already told you. And then exhale the left arm down. Inhale back up. And exhale back into warrior two. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, right arm down towards the right thigh. You can even lean towards the right thigh. Inhale, left arm, right arm up, and then exhale, left arm down towards the left thigh. I forgot what I was guiding. Inhale, back up, sink back into warrior two. Breathe. And stay in your warrior two shape. And as you exhale, keeping the knee bent, this time bring both arms overhead, but keep the left knee bent. Get long by pressing the ground away, and then sweep the right arm down. Inhale, back up. Sweep the left arm down, and back up. And this time, bring the right arm down and bring it in front of the belly towards the left side of the waist, and breathe. Hold on to the left ribs. Stay with your breath. Maybe sink deeper. Inhale the right arm back up. Pause for a moment. Get long again, just like you were lengthening before. And then sweep the left arm down and hold the right side of the rib cage with your breath. Feel the breath. Maybe sink deeper into your posture. Nice. And then sweep the left arm up. And then sweep the arms towards the left foot, cartwheel into downward facing dog. Step the left foot back, walk it out. Allow those sighs, those noises of contentment, and pull forward into plank. Let's do some cat and dog tilts. Inhale, heart forward, tailbone up, chin up. Exhale, round into cat tilt. Move back and forth at your own pace. Inhale back into table. Bring the elbows under the shoulders. Interlace the fingers, squeezing the palms of the hands toward each other. Let your head drop low, and then lift the knees coming into dolphin pose. So dolphin is downward dog on the forearms. Press into the forearms. Your shoulders are rolling up towards the tailbone. Your heels probably aren't touching, but they're yearning towards the ground. Stay with the breath. And then slowly sink the knees down. Unclasp the hands. Bring the forearms parallel now. The fingers fan out and step back into forearm plank. So slide the legs back and lower your hips. Press into the forearms. Hug the everything in the rib cage, the belly in towards the center line. Stay with the breath. Building up some heat, working those abdominals, working everything in the core. Come all the way down onto the belly. Slide the hands back alongside the chest. And inhale up into cobra, lifting chest and head. Exhale, get longer as you come back down. Do that 3 more times if you like. Lift and lengthen, or you can stay lifted. Stay with your breath. The next time you come up, gather the belly in, come up into table, and then into downward facing dog. Walk it out, wag your hips. Bring one heel down, the other heel down, whatever feels good. Sink the knees down. Let's do that dolphin pose again. Bring the elbows down, interlace the fingers, press into the forearms, lift the hips, lift the tailbone up to the sky. Keep pressing down into the forearms. Sink the knees down and make your way back into downward facing dog. Stepping or jumping into forward fold. If you want to take a little hop, just bend the knees and take a little hop towards the front of the mat, and then slowly peel up to standing. Shake it out. And breathe and arrive. Maybe bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. I'm just turning around so I won't be turning my back to you as we do the other side. Bring the hands to the hips. Take a big step back with the left foot. Angle the right heel so it's intersecting the left instep. The left foot is turned slightly in. Your hips are square towards the side as best as you can. Your torso is lifted. Right arm forward, left arm back into warrior two. Your gaze is over your right middle finger. Breathe and smile. Maybe sink a little deeper. Try not to lean towards that right thigh. So it's like someone's pulling your left arm behind you. Staying with the breath. As you inhale, straighten the right knee, fingertips touch overhead, get really, really long, and then exhale, sink back, warrior two. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, sink back. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, sink back. Pause for a moment. Maybe sink deeper. And then straighten the right knee, fingertips touch overhead. Stay here, keeping the right knee straight now. And as you exhale, bring the left arm down towards the left thigh. And then inhale the left arm back up, get longer. Exhale the right arm down towards the right thigh. Inhale, back up. And let's bend the right knee and do that again. Bring the left arm down and back up. And then the right arm down and back up. And pause for a moment. Sink deeper into the right knee. And then as the left arm comes down, wrap it around the right side of the waist. Maybe sink deeper. Keep the right arm pressed towards the right ear. Breathe and smile. On the next inhale, the left arm comes back up. And then the right arm swings down and wraps around the left side of the rib cage. Breathe. Feel the breath. Lift the right arm back up. Come back into warrior two, your gaze over your right middle finger. And then bring the hands to the hips. Straighten the right knee, turn the toes towards the place in front of you. Coming into five-pointed star. And then turn the toes towards the corners of the mat. Bend the knees, make your way into goddess pose. So your knees are bending towards your center toes. You can keep the arms out to the sides or wrap the arms around the rib cage to feel your breath, or you can add goddess arms, making kind of that pitchfork shape with your arms. Maybe you can sink a little bit deeper and breathe and smile. Stay with the trembling, stay with the wondering of the mind, how long we're going to stay here, and see if you can be right here, right now with your breath. Full, deep breaths. As you inhale, straighten the knees, fingertips touch overhead, get long, just like we did in Warrior Two, and then sink back, glide down that pole behind you into Goddess Pose. Inhale, lift and lengthen, get really long, and then exhale, sink back down if it's helpful, or if you can, smile. If someone's watching you, they'll think you're slightly crazy with all the smiling, right? Lift again and sink back down. That's okay. Maybe you'll entice them to smile as well. You can bring the left elbow towards the left thigh, tilt your goddess, just as far as it works, and then inhale back up, and then tilt your goddess towards the right. Inhale back up. Bring the arms straight up from the shoulders. Straighten the knees, turn the toes in front of you. And then start to come into wide-legged jackknife. So you're coming forward. Your torso hovers parallel to the ground. Keep the knees soft. Breathe and smile. And as you exhale, dive all the way down into forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, lift and lengthen. Exhale, sink back down, bend the knees, soften. Inhale, halfway up, gather belly in. Exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back down. And again. And down. And one more time. Inhale, halfway up. Bring the arms out to the sides, lengthen again. Inhale all the way up, fingertips touch. Exhale, hands to the chest. Step or jump the feet together and take a little hop. Shake it out. Let's do a little balance play. Let's do King Dancer. This is one of my favorite. Actually, let's start out in crane. So with bring the hands to the hips, shift the weight to, I'll guide you, you don't have to know the names. Shift the weight to the left foot, bring the right knee forward. And maybe add your crane wings, your elbows and fingertips dropping. Crane is like the Karate Kid pose. You can stay here and fly your crane if you like, or stay stationary. And if you want to play more, maybe bring the right leg behind you, reach for the right ankle with the right hand. And if that works well for you, then you can also lean forward, bring the left arm forward, stay with the wobbles, the shakes, stay with your breath, find that maybe inner smile. Whoa, I'm losing it. All right, if you lost it, you can come out. If you want to, come back and bring the right knee forward. I'm shaking, and come back into crane. See, I'm demonstrating to you that you can lose it and still continue. And bring the right leg down. Hold your one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and breathe. Come back to that inner smile. And let's shake it out, and let's do crane on the other side. Bring the left knee forward. Hands can be to the hips or out to the sides. Soften the right knee so you're not hyperextending that right knee. You can, again, fly your crane. And let's see if we can play into King Dancer on the other side. Send the left leg behind you, reach for the left ankle. Maybe the right arm comes forward. Stay with your breath. You might still be in crane, and that's perfect. Keep breathing, keep smiling. Keep knowing that you can always begin again. You can always go to the wall if you like also. If you want to transition back into crane, bring the left knee forward, the arms out to the sides. Stay with your breath, stay with your sense of humor. Bring the left leg down. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Pause. Shake it out again. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, hands to shins or thighs. Exhale down. Make your way onto your back. Come all the way down onto the back. Once you're on the back, you might bring the knees into the chest, rock side to side, or make circles with the knees. And let's do one more. Let's do bridge. If there's something you would rather do instead of bridge, feel free to do that. We're going to keep this at hopefully 30 minutes, so I'm watching the time. The arms alongside the hips, the feet hip distance apart from each other. Press into the feet, lift up the hips, press your pelvis, your belly, your thighs up to the sky. Stay with your breath. You can challenge yourself to stay up a little bit longer, or you might be doing bridge wave by gently bringing the hips back down and then coming back up. Whenever you've had enough, sink your hips down. Pause for a moment to arrive. And then bring your knees into your chest, curl up into a little ball. If you like, again, make circles with the knees. And then let's do constructive rest pose for our final relaxation today. If you'd rather stretch the legs out long, allow that. So final constructive rest pose is bringing the knees wider, letting the knees rest against each other. I like to let hands rest on the belly or bring the arms wide out to the side like you're claiming your space. Sometimes it's nice to just gently bring the head side to side. Sometimes it's nice to side out. And take a moment to pause and arrive. Letting your body melt onto the ground. Allowing your mind, your body to integrate. Perhaps finding that inner stillness, that inner pause. Or imagining that inner smile. Imagine your belly smiling. Imagine smiling with your heart. Imagine smiling with your face, not just your lips, your whole face, your eyes, your cheeks. Be with your breath. Welcome your breath. And if you like, imagine a baby or a child or a puppy or a kitten or any small animal playing when no one's watching. Notice their innocence, their innate joy. Notice how freely they move without thought to consequences or shoulds. Maybe bring that quiet joy into your own heart. When you're ready, you can stay longer. If you want to close with me, bring your knees into your chest. Maybe gently roll to one side. Make your way up to sitting and pause for a moment to re-arrive. Bringing hands to the chest. Thank you for sharing your brief practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your joy practice with me today. Namaste.